All right. What's up, people? Another weekend recap. As you can tell, we got some sun this weekend. The wife, oh boy, the wife, uh, man, we've been together for 29 years and I never knew that she was allergic to the sun, but she got sun poisoning this weekend. But she's a trooper. She hung in there all weekend long. We went to, what's up, Don? We went to the SSR race this weekend, so Silver Dragon, and we went into. Then we left there late, late, late Saturday night, and drove all the way back down to Texas to the top end battle race there for the Austin, Texas guys, and it didn't disappoint. They had 31 cars there, and your winner. Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that with Justin here. The buggy. Everybody wants to know about the buggy. Thing ain't no joke, people. I'm just letting y'all know right now. It ain't no joke. It's a home built deal, but I'll let him talk to you about. Here's your winner right here. We'll call him Buggy Man. Buggy Man. Yeah. What's going on?
What's up, Limpy? How you doing?
Oh, living the dream. Living the dream.
That's good. That's good.
So you battled it out through 31 cars, and you came up victorious.
Yeah, it was a tough competition. I was afraid Ryan Mitchell was gonna take it home, but old Stevie knocked him out.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
a little conflict between all that stuff. I understand,
yeah,
but
yeah.
oh well.
But
Um, it was a lot of tough cars, a lot of fast cars.
yeah, uh, I know some of the guys we're talking about. We'll just show some people here. I've been hitting your Facebook page and getting pictures. So, but
There you
there's the money right there,
go.
and the
Yes,
belt.
sir.
Is that the belt on
Yes,
top?
sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
That
and
that was from the previous one.
it was.
Yes, sir.
So
That's
this looks like you built this in your garage or a shop or something.
Yeah, yes, sir. It was built by my dad. Well, it was home built back in the 70s, I want to say late 70s, and it sat in the garage for 20 years. And back in high school, I got it rolled and got everything working on it, and it just went on from there. And but it's it's different, but it works.
Now, I don't know if everybody heard on because he went and did a little interview out there with you. Uh, what's
Yeah,
the thing weigh?
it's 28 plus with me in it, but I don't weigh much. I'm an old, long, skinky guy, so
Yeah, so it's
but it's
basically like a fox body then. What a fox body weighs.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's actually probably heavier than some of them out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We know that, but nobody really tell their weight. So,
No, no, no.
but how much do you end up winning?
It was a little more than 4,200, I believe. It came out to be like 3,900, and we agreed to 500 to the loser, the runner
Yeah.
up. I meant to say,
Yeah.
and that's what we brought home.
Yeah.
Pretty good little cash out.
Yeah. So there was a discrepancy. It basically on my end, but it is. I the guy said he wanted to be on the line. I said, all right, and my dumbass forgot. So I bumped him in, or I nudged him in. He nudged in. He got on the brake. You came in second, and I watched the
Yes.
video. I watched several videos actually, and he's on the brake. He's on the brake, and
Yeah.
he didn't he didn't he didn't get shafted. He didn't get
Right.
whatever. Uh, he actually looked like he left just a hair earlier than you did.
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, he got me out of the hole before I was leaving. I mean,
Yeah,
but yeah,
but
I
you know,
think his
it
reaction time
was
was a
on
little
my
quicker.
yeah, it was on my end. I screwed up, but he said he didn't get on the brake, but I can clearly hear him in the video. He was on the brake, and
Right.
he just spun a little bit, and that you didn't spin.
No, it yeah, that old thing we knock it in the head a little bit, and it goes A to B pretty much all the time. We most guys have a hard time keeping the wheels from spinning. We have a hard time keeping the wheels from going up in the air, the front wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a crazy thing, but it works. It ain't real fast, but it works.
it's just what is that? Just a conventional small block Chevy.
Yeah, just a small block 383, dual plan intake, super sniper on it with a little nitrous. That's about it, man. It's pretty simple. Airflow heads on it. That's about the best thing on it.
Yeah.
But it's real simple. Pump gas, 93, nothing to it.
So did you hold on, what's that saying? Yeah, that's Howard the Duck. That vet, man, that vet gets down. But anyway, uh so what later the track, did it get any tricky up there as it got the
Yeah,
sun started going over the trees?
yeah, I think it was track was getting hotter, I think, and the first time I did a burnout. I did it a little too long, I think, and it got the tires a little gooey, I guess you could say, and it kind of fishtailed a little bit on me on the first pass, but I kind of didn't do the nitrous. I mean, not the nitrous, but I didn't do the burnout quite as long, and the next rounds, and it seemed like to work a little bit better. I didn't heat the tires up as hot, but other than that, I mean, it hooked and went.
Yeah. So you got did you get to race anybody that you haven't got to beat yet? Other than was there any
No,
smack talking that
no,
you
I mean,
y'all
nah,
don't
I'm
y'all don't do
pretty,
that, do
nah,
y'all?
nah, I'm just whoever wants to race. If I lose, I lose, and if I win, I win. You know, it don't matter to
Yeah.
me. It's it is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Stevie been having a couple in the Colorado. Been having a battle out a little bit. I beat him once. He beat me twice. I beat him again, and I beat him yesterday. So me and him are kind of tied to side, I guess, all the time. But that old Colorado runs real good though.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Oh, it's a sleeper for sure.
Oh, Bobby. Bobby was like wondering where his invite. Well, you could have come, Bobby. You could have come. It was he was up there in Mississippi the night before. He made it all the way to the
Yes, sir.
finals up there,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Old Jeepers Creepers ain't no joke. It thing is, it's nasty.
yeah, and he got that thing figured out now.
That he
He's
does. That he does.
so what's y'all's when y'all gonna do another one up there?
Man, I have no clue. It all depends on Matthew. He's trying to do one every month, once a month,
Yeah,
and I guess whenever he gives up the new date, we'll try to defend the belt again.
yeah. So y'all, if you lose, you got to give that belt up, or is
Yes,
it a
sir. To the
different belt
winner.
every time? Oh, okay, I got you. I
It's
got
kind of like I guess Street Outlaw did with the crown thing they had back in the day. I guess
you. Yeah,
just a title thing. I guess.
yeah. So you got any sponsors or anything you want buddies to help you
No, I
out
just
or?
Greg Krobiak. He helps me a lot with the tuning. He's the dude. You ever seen the motor with the Redneck Motorsports where all the nitrous gets on it?
Yeah,
On that motor that's always on social media.
yeah.
That dude, that he's the one that built that motor, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, he helps me out a little bit. It's in the garage sleeping. I wish we could get that in something and race that, but maybe one day. But a lot of help, a lot of thanks for him, helping me out, and my crew, my brother, my girlfriend, everybody that helps out with it.
that thing that thing is it's pretty manageable though. With it don't get hot or
No, you can street drive it to Dairy Cone or Dairy Queen, wherever. Waterburger. It's drive
And
wherever you want to.
it's street legal too, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Street legal. I got insurance and it's good as a 1972 dune buggy. That's what it's registered as. And
There you go.
yeah, I drive it all over town and wherever. It's not so much in the winter because it's a little cold, but
You ain't got a heater in it.
uh,
You ain't got a heater.
the headers.
All
Feet stay a little warm, but that's about it.
right.
But
All right. Well, thanks for coming on and congrats on your win.
yes, sir. Thank you, and thanks
You
for
earned it.
inviting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Not a problem. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You too.
All right. There you have, people. Your buggy, the buggy. We'll call him Buggy Man. Buggy Man. We'll call him the Buggy Man. Your winner right there. That's some moolah right there. Oh, so we'll try to get Rodney on here. The Firebird Killer. Man, the Firebird had a pretty bad. It wasn't really that. He made it to the semifinals and at the he made it to the semifinals in Mississippi. Oh, made it to the semifinals. Uh, then he drove all the way all night long. They drove all night long to. Oh, they drove all night long to Holland, which is just a little east of Temple there. And they had a little discrepancy with the flagger on the lining them up, and he got beat, and they they apparently they didn't even have the tire crack camera on because he bumped the one guy in, and he went over to Ryan. And Ryan started building boost, and he just hit the light, and Ryan was like, "Oh!" So he basically gave the guy the hit, and it was all that. But then they had to buy back, and there was some other stuff that was I ain't going to get into it, but wasn't my race. Uh, Marcus Marcus was up there, and that top end up there ain't no joke. I told him, I said, whatever you've been testing on, it ain't gonna be nothing like that up there. So that's a different type of animal up there. And Stephanie Johnson, I've got a ton. She killed it this weekend with pictures. Uh, where we go? Oh, but first, get my where's it at? Y'all get on there to WheelieMafia.com. You can still that all the way up until the week before. You can get a chance to win this truck right here. Buy a T-shirt, a banner, I think hats, and you get in the drawing for this pickup right here. The more shirts you buy, the more times your name goes into the hat to get this pickup right here. That's a sharp. I'm gonna. I hope. I can buy some shirts and get entered into that. A shiny hat. What? Oh boy. I ain't. I ain't gonna shave my head. I was gonna shave my head today, but I'm still got a little redness. So, but Stephanie, man, she killed it with some shots here. I'll show you it. That's the road. That's what they ran on, and that's the warden making me leave or making me come back because there's a couple of guys that got close to me, and she was freaking out. So yeah, look at some of these shots right here. Jeepers! Look at the tire. Look at the tire on Jeepers. It's just wrinkling it, man. There's your winner over there in the right lane. Hannibal, the AKA the Firebird Killer. You're 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 I don't know if you're runner up out there. I guess the Firebird. She did she did some bad. Look at old Matty Fresh there. He's he's hitting the light and becoming skinny. That road out there was a little narrow, man. That car, uh, that car right there, he made a hit. When he ran Kendall, man, that thing was moving. I thought after his pass when he ran Kendall, I was like, man, I don't know if anybody's got anything for that car up there. But after the second round, the Popo showed up, and we had to end up moving. And that race happened right there. It was they've been going back and forth on, or not really going back and forth, but they weren't in the run here when they were here, and one of them didn't want to run, so they ended up drawing each other out there, the fourth pair, and the Firebird ended up getting him a little bit. He had a little bit too hot of a tune up in it. He got a little squirrely trying to find. When I uploaded these pictures, they all went out of order. So I sent Brent. So that's I sent Rodney a invite. There you go, right there. America. He said that he pumped up his nitrous and sent it to the when he ran Ryan. He said he was waiting for him to come around him, and he never did. So he said that was like winning the lottery, beating Ryan. He said that guy. He said I feel so lucky that I beat Ryan because that guy's been on a tear. And oh oh, he said this junk isn't working. Oh boy. Oh, Matt, I thought you gave him a lecture. Thought you schooled him, Matt. Yeah. Matt told me today that he kind of gave him he told him how to get on there and stuff. Well, when he got back, just from beating Ryan, he was just grinning ear to ear. And when him and Bobby ran in the finals, uh, which Bobby did a tire crack, he jumped, but he was gone. Jeepers was gone, and Rodney didn't know. He was just he was like, and when he come found out that he barely tire cracked, but he wasn't running. He wasn't running Jeepers. I don't know if he was catching on big game. I went down there, but Jeepers shot off like a cannon. He did the by run, and it didn't look very, but he clicked it, and he was gone. Let's show some more of these pictures. The best picture, and we did I caught. Let me find it here. The best picture of the weekend. Well, other than that one right there, Rodney holding that money. All right, let me see if I got it. I know I got it. Where'd it go? Is that it? Look at that. Look at all them hats flying in the air from Doc doing a burnout. That that's priceless right there. Well, I got video of it, but she got a good picture of it. Look, you got 3 hats flying in the air. That's some funny stuff right there. Oh, and that's Beetlejuice. He got over on the right side, and he saved it. He got ended up saving it. He did a little had to do a little driving, but then you got Howard the Duck there. That car right there when he did his burnout, it like kind of did like a little half. Like I think maybe the wheels rotated like 2 or 3 times, and then he kind of got off the gas, and then just kind of burped it, and I was like, man, I don't know about that. And he come out there and hung the hoops. After that, I was like, wow, you got where's oh, of course your sister. He does what he always does right there, hanging the wheels. What's funny is that guy Beasley. That guy Beasley, he sent me a video. We'll just go ahead and watch it while we're waiting on either Matt to figure it out or maybe it's coaching Rodney or something. But here,
A few moments later.
That you could do so you could.
oh man, but yeah, she killed it on these shots. Brent Self, Liberty Bell, oh Jimmy James, his 57 out there, and we get beautiful shot of right there. That car is just sick, beautiful. Oh man, I could see why I'd be scared to race that thing. I'd be scared to race that thing. You had the mud out there, had Logan and the Mustang, a Van, and that was a good race right there. Van and Hannibal, them guys have kind of got they're kind of teammates, but you know how teammates are. They're like brothers, so you know how brothers are. They gotta fight. They're gonna be fighting, and yeah, yeah, Rolly, that thing's not. And that was his first. That was his first bona fide race in it, and you know, he just wanted to go out there and see how it was, and he got it. Let's see here. Where was that one at? Oh, Jeepers out there when he ran Caleb pulling the front wheels, and old Kiki out there with Logan, and there it is. There's Popeye and Howard the Duck. That was I think that was the very first race, and she killed it with these shots. And not only did she kill it, but she supposedly she drove all the way back to Oklahoma that night, and then had them done like 3 or 4 hours later. Oh, we getting oh. Well, I can't talk. I say too much, Matt. I don't know what to say. I'm not a scripted guy. I just go by the seat of my pants. So old Truck Norris versus Kiki. Man, I can just look at that 57 all the time. That was the finals right there. You see, he's Jeepers is already rolling. and I think Rodney was just still sitting there. Oh, oh boy, yeah, man, these pictures are like just sick. And she had Richard shared it, some other people shared it. She had like 215 pictures. Beautiful. That was actually our sponsor right there, Wheelie Mafia over there, Jared over there in that right lane there. He said that was the first time he's had the car out, and I think he said almost a year, and they said they really didn't do much testing on it. Yeah, they had 41 cars. That is correct, 41 cars. What was so special about this race is we got done with the second round, and the popo showed up. So then we had a 2-hour break because, come to find out, they called the surrounding counties. So and all his other spots were in the surrounding counties. So we had to travel about 40 minutes out of there. So the actual race, 40 races done in 7 hours with a 2-hour break. Not bad. Not bad at all. Uh-oh. There you go. He did it. He sent it too. Oh yeah. And they had an air show too. We were out there, and I don't know if it was a crop duster or what, but he was out there doing acrobat stuff, and I was like, wow. And then as we were leaving after the cops showed up, I see the plane parked all the way down at the end of the road. He's got a video of it as we were leaving. Yeah, he wants to. He said that he's used to that stuff. He needs to hit. So we got any more pictures? That one. Look at old Matt making himself skinny. When Brent, this is where he did a burnout, and as soon as he did a burnout, you just hear the motor just, I don't know if it dropped a valve or what, but it ended up shooting it out the exhaust, which was lucky, and he just killed it. That was I think that was probably his race to he was that was probably his race to win right there, and mechanical issues. Oh. Yeah, spit the whole valve seat out the exhaust. Yep. Yeah, it was a narrow road, but man, them narrow roads right there, they kind of make you, when you got a nice wide road and you got some rubber on it, then you can let the horsepower work. But I like some of them roads that you got to like tune it. You got to have a tuner's race, and not necessarily the most horsepower car is going to win, but Brent probably had the most horsepower out of everybody out there, and when he laid that pass against Kendall, I don't know what they ran, but man, both of them were moving, and I think he just rolled. I think he probably put a couple or three on Kendall, and he was just gone and straight down Broadway, and he made a lick. Let me try to get Matt on here. Oh, Rodney. Rodney said that Rodney's not very tech savvy. He can drive and he can do everything, but he can drive. He can drive a truck. But oh, what we got going on here? That's fact right there. That's a fact. But you don't want to make it so shitty that you put people in danger. And that road right there did not do that at all. Everybody, I mean, you know, when you get there and you see a road, you're like, oh boy. When I got there, I was like, wow, this road right here, this gonna be a good race. This gonna be a good tuner race right here, and it didn't disappoint. Matt was hoping that it would come around. It would come around. He said, I hope it comes around after this race. I was like, man, I think it's gonna come around, but probably before first round's done. And I think probably fourth or fifth pair, man, they were getting it. Shit roads are for the weak. Want to get people hurt. Well, go to the track then. Oh. Oh. So we're still waiting on them to come on. Man, these shots are just badass. Hannibal. Mississippi. There you go. All right. Here we go. My savior's here to help me talk. Maddie freaking fresh.
What's up, dude?
Oh. Did you get Rodney squared away?
He's supposed to be backstage right now from his daughter's phone.
Backstage. He's not on.
He's not in there?
No.
Man, I've been trying to help him out, man. His phone, it's like it's not letting it access his camera or his microphone. So I sent him the same link you sent me. And he went in there from his daughter's phone, and it was acting like he was in there. So I thought he might have been backstage. So
no, I haven't got him yet. But man. Yeah. Epic weekend, brother. Epic.
It was, man. It was one for the books for sure.
Did you sleep good?
Yeah. I mean, I come home, man, and I sat down, and it all sunk in, and man, I just took a deep breath, and man, I slept like a baby, man. After that, because I didn't sleep none the night before.
Oh yeah. I don't think. Well, we end up still going to doing that Sunday deal, and then we I think we got home about 9:30 or so last night.
Right.
Man, it was well, I think Heath and I, we figured out we've seen like 75, 80 races last weekend. Uh-oh.
Get him in there.
Here he is. The Firebird Killer.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
boy. Got him in there, man.
He still got that grin on his face. Look at it.
Hell yeah.
Oh. You know what's funny?
What's that?
Yeah, hold on. Where'd it go? Look at that. You smiling with a cigarette in your mouth.
Damn right. Hell, that's when I'm most happy. A cigarette in my mouth and some money in my hand.
There you go. So when you when you raced Ryan, did you just throw the kitchen sink at it?
We was borderline of leaving, being able to write Crowley and tell them just what their crankshaft could handle or couldn't handle, because we was ready to leave the crankshaft out on the side of the road and let her go. That was so close to being more than it could handle. But I didn't care about winning. I did not care about winning the whole event. Racing him, racing KC, and having a chance to beat him, that was it for me. That was the win of the whole day for me. It was over then.
Yeah.
I was tickled because, like they say here in, I'm going to say Mississippi, not Mississippi, but to beat a bad sumbitch, you got to beat the bad sumbitch.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. And he is the big dog. And that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You did it, man. You earned it. You know.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, these I ain't got no sponsors. I can't sit here and talk about sponsors. I ain't got none. My wife's pocketbook is the only sponsor I got, thanks to her. And but I'm gonna tell you something. I got old big boy that's been with me since the beginning, old Scott. And without him, I wouldn't have done nothing. He's the one that just gets there and does all the work and says, "Get in there and drive." And that's what I try to do.
You and you did that for sure this weekend.
Yeah. But
I was real proud of you, man. And, you know, when I was proud of all you guys, but you know, you went out there, man, and uh you you swung for the fence, man, and just kept nailing it every time. And I could tell just looking at you before I bumped you in, man, you were in the zone. You was doing everything the same way every time, and I was really proud of you, man. Happy for you.
that's it. Oh, but look here. I started this whole street racing thing. It wasn't that long ago. About 3 years ago, old James Colbert, I jumped on his coattail and rode him to Texas to my first race with Limpy. And I tell you what, when I finally met up with the SSR guys and got with them, that's where all this street racing and all what we do has made it a blast for me. It has been a hell of a ride the last couple of years with these dudes. And folks won't talk about having family and all that. Now, they don't know what family is. You come and hang with the SSR guys, you'll know what it is then. Because that's exactly what it is. I run out of fuel. I couldn't even race Ryan Mitchell. I was out of fuel. I was out of everything. I couldn't go to the next round. And I had a teammate come running out of his trailer with a jug of fuel. And he said, "Oh, hell no, we racing."
Yeah.
And that was Gary Barnett. Thank God he had some extra fuel.
You weren't expecting to go that far?
Well, my fuel man went another direction when
we got to move.
Yeah, when we had to move. And he went one direction, I went the other. And then when we got to the next spot, I was kind of didn't have nothing. But thank God for teammates.
So when you had to move spot, was you content with staying at that first spot, or was it how big of a change from spot to spot did it take? I know you had a lot more room.
When I got to our second spot, I'd never been back there, so we scratched around on the street. I told Scott, leave the car for the tune we had down at the first spot. I said, if it'll take it, I'll get on that second kid as quick as I can. And he said, that's what we done. I raced one of my teammates' van, and we got to pass there to see just what it would take. And the next one, I got one of my teammates on that one, done a little more, and was able to pull that one out. And I got back, and Scott just told me, he said, "Look, we're going for it." And I said, "All right." And I said, "What are you going to do?" He said, "You just drive it. I'll put a tune in here. We're going to go." And so he stuck a tune in her, and brother, she moved. She left and went to Never Never Land.
The pass against Ryan, I think, was your fastest pass ever on the street, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
from what
it's the
the
fastest pass I've ever seen. Anyway,
yeah, that was probably one of the fastest passes. It went straight down Broadway.
yeah.
But there's some more left in it. We're gonna bring it out of it in Salazar. Uh, I am coming there. That will be our next race, and yeah, we're most likely in the next couple of weeks we're gonna pull the motor out, freshen it up just a little taste, and we're going to Salazar and hopefully do another little repeat.
You see what James said, Rodney? He said,
Man,
James Colbert said, "We ugly."
we ugly,
Yeah,
and he's from Market.
not
And
all.
look here, look, he's gonna call me ugly, and here he is living in a state where you can legally marry your sister. No, no, there ain't no way, no way.
Oh,
Dog, that's my dog there.
Not all of us look like Fonzie, man. Come
That's
on,
it. Ah,
love that dude. Love that dude right there, man. James. Rodney introduced me to him. Beginning of last year, and he was the one that brought me out to Texas for my first time, and but really good guy, man. He introduced me to all you guys, man. It just opened up a lot of doors for us as a group. So got a lot to thank him for.
yeah,
But
sure do.
I was really proud of all the guys this weekend, man. I mean, all the drivers, everybody that came out. It meant a lot to me for all these guys to come out here. What did he say?
oh,
Better than our brother. Yeah. Well, you know, I guess that is better. Kinda. But yeah, man, it meant a lot for me. It meant a lot to me for these guys to come down and believe in us that we could pull this race off, man. Especially with that many guys buying in. You know
Yeah,
what
a lot of
Rolly say?
cars.
so he was Rodney's locked in.
Oh
He
yeah,
earned that spot.
yeah, for sure. Locked in 10-5, man. That's gonna be a blast. That's gonna be an awesome race, man. Can't wait for that.
I can't wait. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be pulling up in there with my camper, camping out.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm gonna make
It's
sure I
always
get there plenty of time.
yeah, it's always a good time hanging out with those guys, man. Mr. Bill and Jared and all them guys came out to the race this weekend, man. I really appreciate them guys coming. Um, you know, they brought a whole crew with them, man. Jake Pryor, um, with the Chevelle. I really hated to see him hurt the motor, man. I feel like that Chevelle was going to go some rounds out there on that road. That car works really good. And when he come up to me, he was bummed out, man. He done hurt the motor and said he probably burned a piston, but he didn't want to take the chance and hurt the motor any worse. And he made the right call. It's not worth tearing your motor all the way up. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Was he not the one that won the
the
race?
Joplin race.
Right, he won that,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
a bad dude.
He's a cool dude, man. He's young and to see him out here doing it, man, at such a young age, man, it's something special. And he's got a good crew behind him, man. Jared and Derek and all them guys. Perry said, "Congrats, Rodney."
Where's
Paris
my
on there.
Where's my buddy Woody? What was he talking? I don't
James
hear him.
Woody.
Yeah, he's not talking. Huh?
I think he was
Hey,
in there.
James. I'm in here, James.
He was in here earlier. He's talking shit.
Yeah,
That's
Rodney gives these turbo guys hell in our little group chat, man. They always go back and forth. So
they can't help it. I mean, it's just like I don't know. They was born with it, I reckon. I'll get him over it one of these days.
Is Van talking to you yet?
Who?
Is Van talking to you yet?
Not really. But yeah, I was teasing him and I shouldn't have. And
Oh, boy.
because we've been together at that race, we got there at like 3:00 in the morning, and together, and we've trying to park cars and everything, and we got up there, and I had the race van, and I really didn't want to race my teammate, and they were calling us, and I was down there trying to get my car ready and stuff, and I was running back up there. They were screaming and hollering. Matt was having a fit. Y'all got to get up here and pull chips. And I was running up through there, and there was Van and a couple of dudes standing at his trailer, and I went, hit the brakes, and I said, Van, hurry up. We got to get up here and pull chips. And I went, oh, shit, I forgot. You ain't in it no more. And I took off running. I know he wanted to grab me by the head and pull my neck off. But he's all right. That's my partner. Hell, we
It's
gonna do
all
it
tough
again.
love.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
tough love, man.
James
James
said
Woody.
he just beat your ass a week ago.
Who did?
James Woody.
James. Hey,
Woody.
James Woody put it on me a couple of weeks ago. I can't even say nothing about it. He put it on me. But next time, I'm going to go in a forward motion. I'm not going to do that reverse shit trying to get – that's like giving you the hit or something, even worse than that. But I'm going in forward this time. We'll get it again.
Yeah.
But that's my
we have
dog.
friendly rivals, man. We go out and play. We went out there and played around a little bit a couple weeks ago. And we was just out there testing, really, man. And we decided to get the guys together and have a little shootout, man. And our farmer friend come out there and threw some money in the pot, and we just made a day of it. And it wasn't but 4 or 5, maybe 6 of us there. So anytime we go out to the street, man, we try to make the best of it and just have a fun time.
Hey, when you got a rich man with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and $100 bills in the other, and he says, "I want to see a cash days. I don't care. The 4 y'all race. I'll give the winner this." What do? You get at it.
Yeah.
And we did. No James. I rag him all the time, and he he beat me.
Yeah, James got him that day. Rodney was having some issues, but no excuses, man. A win's a win.
Yep. And
win's a win.
I just put the back end in it and just got it to going, and it would not go straight. And a shout out to old Doug Stafford and his buddy Herschel. They come over to the house. I was crying like who'd have thought that Sunday morning, and because I couldn't get it to go straight. Done spent the world on it. And they come over, and he told me to get my old big tail up in the car on the lift and sit in it. And they set the car up. I went down there the next day, and it wouldn't do no wrong. Nothing but straight as an arrow. I was just like, man, so big shout out to them two right there, dude. They hooked me up.
John Michael said, "Good job, Rodney."
Appreciate it, John Michael.
Yeah.
So, what, Rodney?
Yo.
Congrats, brother. You earned it.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
It's about time. About 92 races in a row.
I was really proud of you.
Hey, Johnny Brown hollered at me yesterday, and he says, man, now you finally got you one under your belt. They keep coming. And yeah, right. Okay. This here took me forever to get. I hope the next one's not so long.
You never know, man.
Hey, look here. We got an old boy that helped us out down here on our little race spot down here. And his name is David. I'll leave it with that. But that old man right there, he ain't old. Hell, he's no older than me. That dude right there has really, really helped us out a lot and made things possible for us to do what we're doing at our new little spot we got. And, man, I appreciate the hell out of it if you're watching this. And because you have let us have a lot of fun when everybody else is kicked us to the curb. But I appreciate it, David, if you're watching.
Yep. Thanks a lot, David. We appreciate it, man. You know, them guys, him and his family are good people, man. I had the opportunity to get a chance to know them, and he introduced me to them not too long ago, and just good people, man. You know, and he understands that we're out here doing what we love to do. You know, we're not going to trash his place over there. You know, we're going to be respectful every time we're out there. So that makes a big difference, and it goes a long way. You know, and for him to have confidence in us, you know, that we could come out there and do something like we did last weekend, you know, it means a lot. So, you know, I was honored to be able to get everybody out there um, and be able to show him, you know, what we love to do and how we do it, you know.
Yeah, this ain't but one thing else we can wait on. It makes this whole weekend any better. And that's when Richard comes out with his video. This has
What?
gotta be
Uh oh.
bad.
Uh oh.
What?
Uh
Speaking
oh.
of
Look at
Richard,
here.
speaking
You
of
talked
Richard,
him up.
Oh man,
Man, that
let's
right
take a
there is
look.
gonna put the icing on the cake for us.
Man.
He's already working on it, bro. Already working on it.
ask and you shall receive. He's already tearing it apart there.
Man, oh man.
Oh,
There it
and it
is.
happened to be Van too. Oh, look at that. Go
Oh
figure.
no. Oh man, oh my. Yeah. Yeah, that we can't wait for it. I've done had friends on top of friends asking, man, when's the video coming? And I'm like, it's coming and it's gonna be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Man, you let them know I just got home.
You can't rush perfection.
No,
That-
man.
that's
No. No, you take your time, bro.
it. Oh yeah, definitely.
Look who we
Oh,
got over here. I'm over here editing. Look who's over here at my house now.
Oh
No,
man, the mutt.
the
Oh
mud.
yeah.
The mutt goes everywhere, man. I tell you what,
Let,
it
let's
was
say
the first time I got a chance to meet that guy was this weekend.
let's say guy to hi to this guy for a second. Hold on. Hey, the guy just wanted to say hi. You're on the
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Not a whole lot, just trying to get this thing faster.
I hear
Yeah,
you, man.
he's been in there. He's been in there just messing with the truck, you know, trying to get everything dialed in. And we were gonna go test, but man, this storm, it looked like it's about to move in over here on the 405. Look
oh
at
yeah.
that.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finna get nasty.
Yeah, we got the American flag out here, but look at all this race fuel in the back of the. Hey man,
Dang.
man, we're really proud of you, buddy. For real. Just super proud of you guys, man. You guys did a killer job out there. I had a blast, and I'll try to have the video done. Even if I finish the video right now, it's gonna take me at least 2 days to get that shit rendered. I'm telling you, it's gotta be at least, I don't know, maybe 2 hours.
That's cool,
2 hours
man. You
long.
take your time. You take your time, bro. Ain't nobody rushing you, man.
You
You
tell
know.
No.
Stephanie, shut your mouth. Don't even start that. That woman,
Stephanie, badass pictures.
Man,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Stephanie is like, you think you want to hang out with Stephanie to hang out with her, and then you realize that lady's fucking crazy, bro. She
Oh,
wanted
boy.
she wanted to just set up some shit tonight. I was like, bro, I just got home. I can't even feel my face. I'm trying to work on this video. She's like, oh man, we're good. We're good. She's like, Chris, man. Chris is like, I slept 3 hours. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I slept about 5 hours and went to work this morning.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
I'm already
Oh,
getting in trouble right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man. Stephanie did an awesome job, man. Kudos to her, man, for doing an awesome job on the pictures, dude. I mean, she was getting those priceless shots, man, where, you know, I'm getting my freaking hoodie blown off by Doc Baker, you know.
Your hoodie.
Yeah, he about blew my freaking hoodie off. He already blew my hat off.
Did
Oh,
y'all
man.
see that picture?
I seen
Y'all
the
see
one
that?
where it's blowing everybody's
Oh,
hats off.
yeah.
Yeah. That's just there's just something special about that right there, dude. The people don't understand when you're just getting all that raw horsepower just blowed right in your face. I mean, you know,
And that
you
that guy
gotta love
Beasley,
that shit.
that guy Beasley just sent me a video that he did with Doc. Here, we'll watch it real fast.
Oh yeah, this is that was perfect, dude. That was great,
Oh
man.
my god.
What the hell is that thing? Is it a beaver or something?
I don't know.
But I mean, that's
It
what it's
doesn't matter.
like, though. That's what it's like whenever Doc does his burnout. It's just like raw, right in your face. You know?
Yeah,
Me and Chris were out there filming him, and when he made the pass past me and Chris, dude. I was out there fucking blind as a bat, dude. That shit was in my eyes. I was like, damn.
I learned a couple years ago that don't stand anywhere near Doc when he does his burnout or he's backing up.
No.
And the only time you got to do that is when you flag, and hold on to everything when you do flag.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna tell you, the first time I seen that car, I didn't even know a car like that even existed, and I was at Olympics cash days in Texas. Anyways, it was a small tire race, and it was one small tire car, then another small tire car, and then out of nowhere, I couldn't see it right, but out of nowhere, I'm at the start line, and all you hear is uh 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 uh, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I see that dude pull up at the start line. I'm like, damn, that's it. We're going to jail. We're fucking going to jail.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Diplomacy. Diplomacy. I'll never forget. Diplomacy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I always wear a wife beater under my shirts and I tuck it in real tight, man. Because if I don't, he'll blow my freaking shirt off, dude. Every time I'm flagging a race and I know Doc's coming, I got to be fitted well. Because if I don't, he'll have me looking naked out there, man. Freaking blow you away. But I'll tell you what, dude. There's something that some people don't understand. You know, when you're up there flagging, bro, and you got somebody like Doc Baker or Brent Self or Kerry Williams or these guys with this big blowers, man. There's something about when they take off, man. Uh, it's unreal. It shakes your organs on the inside. You know what I mean?
it kind of takes your breath away for a split second
Yeah,
with
it's intense.
all the compression and everything.
Yeah, it's intense, man. You know, being the flagger and being on a skinny road like that, um, it's pretty sketchy, but you just have to roll with it, man. You know.
Yeah, there's one. No, that ain't. There's one picture over here. You look like you're doing skinny.
Yeah, that Camaro. Whenever him and Doc raced each other, he got over. They had him lined up a little crooked. But he come over. He come over pretty hard. That was a pretty close one, but uh, it was all good, man. It was all good.
You,
I know it wasn't intentional, man. It was no sweat. We just kept on rolling with it, you know.
yeah.
But
Oh,
What a good weekend, man. What a good weekend.
yeah, it was great, dude.
Damn right, it was good.
Yeah.
yeah.
I really appreciate you guys coming too, man, and being a part of it. I mean, this was something special. Um, you know, it meant a lot to me for all those guys to come down, especially during all this stuff that's going on right now. Um, it was something special, man, for everybody to come together and do what we love to do during this time where everybody's going through, some kind of, crisis or, some kind of troubled times in their lives, man. It meant a lot for us to just stick together as a race family, and be able to come together and just do something that we'll remember for the rest of our lives, man. You know?
Oh yeah, man. You guys did a good job, man. Don't let anybody tell you any different. No matter who wants to bitch and complain about not getting an invite, or no matter what people want to criticize, don't let no one take nothing from you, man. You guys did a killer job. I mean, and Rodney, congrats, man. I mean, you didn't draw a single buy. You went through the rounds and
Well,
it's
look,
stuck to you,
guys,
man. Congrats.
I done lost out. My phone's going dead. It's saying Mayday, Mayday. I'm gonna have to let y'all go.
All right. Well,
All right, bro.
congrats on your win.
If y'all hear me,
Uh,
because I done lost all hearing.
No, we
all
hear
right,
you.
man. We got you.
Look,
He probably
he's
thinks he
crashing.
turned it off. He ain't even turned it off. Look, he's zooming in.
He's crashing.
I
He was so
removed him.
he was so
Oh,
nervous, man. I was trying to get him on here, and I'm glad we got him on, man. Let him have his time. You know, I getting these guys their time and getting them the recognition they deserve means everything to me, man. You know, because as a racer, I know what it feels like, you know, to put in the work and to put in the blood, sweat, and tears into these cars and to finally get it,
Ah,
you know.
damn. Is this a
Oh, look at
calendar?
this guy.
That
Oh,
is a
wow.
calendar right there, bro. That's
Oh,
Mr.
man.
That's Mr.
You're getting,
April.
man, you're
That's
getting me
Mr.
excited.
That's Mr. April 1st right there, bro. He fooled me for sure.
Oh, man.
ah,
Ooh,
I'm getting excited. Look, I had to
ooh.
get a closer look. But
Oh man, dude. I love Stephanie's picks, man. And you know that guy Beasley, man, he did a killer job too with I can't oh man.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the best. That's the
badass.
best picture of the whole weekend. Tire
Yeah,
smoke. Everybody running for cover and hats in the air.
yeah,
Man, dude.
yeah,
There's got to be one of the most that has to be probably one of the most patriotic illegal street races I've ever been to in my life, bro. I
yeah,
mean, goddamn.
yeah. There was just something special about being out there, dude. You know, uh,
Getting you through the night before though. That was
yeah,
we have to come together for that one, man. You
yeah.
guys should have seen Matt the night before, man. Whew.
Well, whenever you guys got there to the house, you know, I had my game face on, you know, but I mean, I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie, you know. Um, I ain't never done one this big, you know, but there wasn't no reason in crying about it or backing out, man. It was time to man up and just do it, you know. I mean, I invited some guys to this race, and I really didn't expect all of them to stay locked in like they did, but we only had a few that couldn't make it, man. I mean, every single guy I called on, they showed up, bro, and that's what really made me feel good about it. You know, the respect from these guys, and you know, the relationship that we have as a one big, you know, race family. It means a lot for these guys to travel and come down and believe in me and my team to be able to do something like this. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. It was the night before, and I'm looking at the car count, and I try not to look at the number, man. I tried to just not even look at how many were coming, but I just kept checking it over and over again, and just to make sure. And you know, it was just it all started sinking in. You know, it was like, man, you know, we got some freaking cars coming, you know. So um, that was when it hit me. You know, that was when it hit me. Whenever I was like, okay, nobody's backed out. Um, they're coming. You know, they're on the way. It's like, you know, it started sinking in then. So, um, you know, when I when I got out there the next morning, man, I got to give a shout out to Van Burgess and Rodney because those guys, you know, were there first, and they even helped get the parking arrangements done. You know, that's what a lot of these people don't understand. You know, I couldn't have done this by myself, dude. You know, my phone's been blowing up from people giving me compliments and giving me all kinds of credit, and I can't take the credit, dude. All of it because guys like Van, Rodney, you know, all the people that helped me, man. I got a list here, dude.
I'm
In
gonna
our
get off of here, man, so we can give Matt, man, you got this, buddy. Congrats.
well, I
I'm gonna
mean,
want to hear it.
I appreciate you, man. Look, that dude right there, Richard. I got a lot to thank him for too, man. You know, um, he's been inspiring to me. I mean, all you guys have. I mean, um, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did Saturday without him and without you guys either. You know, um, being able to being able to be in have a you guys have had an influence on me. You know, over the last year, and every time I come out there with you guys, I learn something new, and I was able to use what I've learned, you know, just hanging out with you guys and becoming good friends. Um, you know, I was able to use what I learned from you guys to be able to keep things rolling and to not buckle under the pressure, you know, and be able to stay focused and just get it done, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but man, this was something really special for our area, you know. Um, this is something that I've envisioned for a while, dude. You know, I talked to you about it. I've talked to Richard about it. I've spent many nights just talking to the wife about it. And, you know, for it to actually happen, man, it means the world to me. Um, because dreams come true, bro. You know, I mean, this was everything that happened Saturday. Um, everything that happened Saturday was God given, brother. I mean, whenever I'm standing up there and I'm trying to get through the first round, and I got 41 cars there depending on me to be able to get this thing done, and I look up and there's a freaking plane doing stunt moves over the top of us, you know, and American flags flying and the sun's shining. I mean, it was truly a blessing to be standing right there at that moment, you know. Um, I had totally forgotten about Brent asking me if his buddy could fly up here. When he asked me that morning, he said, "Hey, I got a buddy wanting to fly up here and watch the race." And I'm thinking, "Yeah, sure, man. Tell him to haul ass. You know, he can come on." And he said, "Well, where do you want me to tell him to land?" And I stood there for a second and said, "Land? The hell he's talking about?" He said, "He's in a plane. He's working right now. He's, you know, working out in the field." And I said, "Oh shit." I was like, "Hell, tell him to pick whichever end he wants, you know." And so by the time he got there, I had totally forgotten about him asking me that. So when
So that was
everybody was
Brent's
like,
buddy. That was Brent's buddy that flew in. Then.
"Yeah," it was
Oh,
him and Adam's buddy, man. You know, they're farmers, or
yeah,
Brent farms, and Adam's a pilot himself.
yeah,
So that was really cool, man. Like I had totally forgotten about it, and everybody was telling me to look up. And when he come flying over doing them tricks and stuff, man, and the American flag was waving and the sun was shining, dude. I mean, I'll never forget that moment for the rest of my life, you know.
yeah.
Um, but I couldn't do this by myself, dude. I mean, my wife, you know, she was dealing with me the whole week before, where I was a nervous wreck trying to get everything lined out, you know, and she's right there by my side, man. She helps me do the chip draws, and you know, and takes care of the money and stuff. I wouldn't be able to do it without her. I mean, my group, these guys within the group, man, and they really stepped up and helped me get this done. So I wanted to give them a shout out, man, because um, you know, it was a full team effort, dude. My wife, Homer, my finish line guy, uh, Jay Davis, he was my head of security. Matthew and Junior worked security. Um, Scott Hopple and Youngblood, man, you guys ran your asses off all day long, man, keeping cars coming. So I really appreciate you guys. Van Burgess and Rodney, you know, they were racing in the race, and you know, they were still helping getting everybody parked, you know. So it means a lot to me for them to be out there, you know, doing their part, and you know, getting everybody parked where they needed to be. You know, when you got a slim little section of an area like that, parking was very critical, man. So it was a team effort, dude. Um, I mean, I couldn't have done it without all those guys. And I just can't tell you how proud I am of my group, man. I mean, all day long, man, these guys stuck together and had each other's back like never before. Um, we've been street racing and racing at these events together for a couple of years now, and I've never seen so much of a brotherhood and teamwork like I did Saturday. I mean, like Rodney, for an example, you know, when we was doing all the scrambling and we was moving and we got to the other spot and he didn't have shit that he needed. Um, you know, Van was over there helping him. You know, Van and Gary just got put out by Rodney, you know, and they still was right there by his side helping him every step of the way. I mean, um, you know, and when you're up there holding the light, you know, you want to help your guys, but I try to be as neutral as I can be, man, when I'm up there. I take that position very seriously. So I've explained that to the guys before. And to be watching them and to seeing them hustle and, you know, help each other, you know, that made me feel really good too and proud of those guys. So, um, you know, shout out to everybody on the team, dude. You know, yeah, Woody came through, man. Like Scott Hobble had to go down there and tow Brad back, and then when he broke down, you know, we just shoved him to the side, and Woody was right there to pick up the slack. You know, so um, everybody had a part in this, dude. I mean, so I wanted to make sure that they get the credit they deserve because I've been getting so much. Um, I'm just blown away by all the positive feedback, dude. My phone has melted down since Saturday from all the positive feedback, and I appreciate everybody that's been sending me the messages and you know posting tagging me in their post and um, you know I really appreciate it, man. Um, we have a good group of guys around us here. Even some of these guys that ain't in our group, you know, that we just know, um, just from hanging out and being good friends. You know, these guys come through and help anytime I need help. You know, they're there. Michael Straight's one of those guys. You know, he's worked security for me before, and um, you know, he stepped in there when I needed some help. I mean, but um, you know, I want to give a shout out to these racers too, man, because um, it was a tricky surface. Some of these guys drove a long way and didn't know nothing about this road, you know. And to be honest with you, we were still trying to figure out this road ourselves, man. I mean, we haven't had this spot but just a little while, and so you know, whenever I seen the opportunity to do this race, you know, I was talking to Toby and Toby, you know, was telling me he had to, you know, postpone his, and you know, I just felt like this was an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to get in there and say, hey, you know, when it's hot out there on you guys, you know, you can lean on me. We'll do it here. You know what I'm saying? And let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these guys together and we'll do it in Mississippi. And I felt like it was the right thing to do. You know, it's kind of crazy saying that because sometimes in a situation like that you get a nervous gut feeling, but I had a different gut feeling. It was like it was meant to be, man.
It was a
You know,
good gut feeling.
right. So um I just I'm glad I went for it. I was kind of nervous about it, but I'm glad I went for it because it was good for our area. It was good for these guys, these old country boys down here that have been racing on these streets. You know, I tried to do my best to invite a little bit from everywhere, you know, where all these guys from different areas around here had the opportunity to be a part of this something so big. And there was still people that I could have invited, you know. I mean, once it got to a certain point, I had to draw the line. I mean, I had to be smart about it, you know. I wasn't thinking about numbers. I wasn't thinking about the record. You know, I wasn't thinking about nothing. All I was thinking about was just, you know, getting enough invites out there to the right people. So, um, once it got to a certain point, you know, I had to draw the line. I had to be smart about it because I had people blowing me up, man, those last couple of days wanting to get in. And I wanted to let them in, dude. I really did. Like I wanted to just keep letting them, you know, letting the invites come in, but I had to stop. I mean, because I wanted to make sure that I could get it done. I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be that guy that got greedy, you know, and just said, screw it, you know, invite everybody. Let's try to do it, you know, and then get out there and look what happened. I mean, that just goes to show you. I mean, whenever the cops came and we had to move, uh, where we ended up going, I had just enough room to get the guys that I had in there. So if that would have happened and I would have had, you know, 5 or 10 more cars, I wouldn't have been able to do it, you
No.
know? So, um, so I know there were some people that didn't get invited, and you know I hope they understand and they respect what I had to do and respect the decision I had to make. But you know the ones that I told that I would invite, you know, a month ago, if you know there was guys that I talked to that said, "Hey man, you know we want to come out there. I've never been to a cash days before, but you know I got this car ready for the street." And I want to come out there. You know, I got this truck ready for the street. And I want to come out there and try it. And I give them my word. I told them I would, you know, invite them to the next one. So I had to try my best to remember those guys. And even though I had put a cap on it, you know, I had to make sure I took care of those guys first. Um, so there was some racers out there that have never done this, never been in a race like that before, and that's what it's all about, you know, not only bringing the baddest guys from all over the country into one spot to race, but to also give few of these local guys the opportunity to get out there and be a part of something special, you know. um because I mean, you know how it is, man. I mean, what we do is different. And if you really enjoy it and you really have the passion and the love for it, the stuff that we do out there in these streets, man, it'll stick with you for the rest of your life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's the best way I can really explain it, you know? I know I'm burning your ears up, man. I'm just
No,
talking away.
keep talking. You earned
But,
it, brother. You earned it.
well, you know, I try my best to just to send the message, dude, you know?
Uh
Um,
oh. Uh oh.
uh-oh.
Oh, hold on. I just got a message. I just got a message from somebody.
Oh boy.
You sure you want to see this?
You know I ain't scared. Oh man, this is great. Who the hell did that, Richard? Oh my lord. Y'all done went crazy with it now, man. This is insane. Oh my lord. Look, that dude right there, man, Richard, I know he made that, but look, he's been so motivational for me, dude. Like, you know, I gotta share this. I know he probably don't want me to, but I gotta share this.
Oh boy.
The night before the race, okay, he don't know that I know this, so I'm fixing to get him.
Oh boy.
The night
You,
before the race, I'm a nervous wreck, you know, and I can't sleep. I tried to lay down, but I couldn't. And I get back up and I walk outside, and I just had to get some fresh air, you know. So I'm out there smoking a cigarette, and this dude comes in here starts talking to my old lady while she's in there in the bed, and he's like, Ashley, when he comes back in here, you grab him and you hold him tight, and you tell him you love him, and you tell him he's gonna be okay, you know." And when she tells me this shit, man, I'm just dying. I'm trying not to laugh and wake everybody up, but that's the kind of guy that Richard is. He he knew that even though I had my game face on and I was trying to, act like I was calm and I had everything under control, he knew that deep down, you know, all I was thinking about was, how in the hell I was going to try to get this done, the next day. But I just had to bust it wide open, man, and get after it, and I appreciate all those racers, man, that came out there. I think, and this is something else that's special I want to share, dude. So one of the things that I said in the drivers' meeting in the beginning was I was explaining to them how important it was to pick up our trash and be respectful. You know, we're out here. The people that work on this land out here are supportive and they love what we do and they want to enjoy the race. So I asked everybody to make sure they pick up their trash. I brought some trash bags, and he brought some garbage cans and some dumpsters up there. Dude, out of all the people that was out there that day, there was no trash. I called that man and I told him that me and my son was going to come out there the next day, and help clean up, because I figured there'd still be some, you know. And he told me that he said no. He said, "You don't have to come out here. Everything's fine. There's no trash. Everything's in the dumpster." So shout out to everybody, man, for being respectful, because there was a lot of people out there, dude. Uh, and for everybody to be respectful and to do what we asked them to do, man, uh, on that part, shout out to them for being cooperative and, just putting their stuff in a bag or putting it in the back of the truck. Little things like that go a long way, you know. And but yeah, we did it, man. I mean, this was the stimulus cash days. Uh, I think Rolly made that name, and it just kind of stuck. I wanted to cut these guys a little slack with everybody kind of struggling right now. It's usually a 200 buy-in for me, but um, some of these guys had to drive a long way, man, and some of them haven't been working that good, and some of their wives haven't been working. So, um, I just wanted to do that, and you know, it just I can't say it enough, man. I appreciate all the racers that come out. You killing me with that, man. That's crazy.
But one thing I know, when we got there late. It was like 1:30 or 2 or something like that, and you were still up, which I knew you'd be up, and because but most people don't understand is when you do these races, you don't get much sleep hardly all week, because you're trying to put a game plan on, and then once you get a game plan going on, and then you start thinking about all the bad shit that's going to happen. So, and then what you're going to do if the bad shit happens. What's your next plan? What's your B? You know, plan B,
Right,
plan C, plan D. Or if
right.
you're rank, it's just plan A, and that's it. Because that's all he can count to is plan A.
Damn. Poor Rank.
Oh,
Hey, I
that
was
was
proud of
funny.
him, man. He did pretty good Saturday.
Yeah, but when I got there, I could see that you were worried. I just kept telling you that, man, just breathe, man. It's gonna be all right. Just breathe.
Yeah,
But I know what you're going through. I knew what you were going through. So
yeah. I just didn't want to be that guy. I was just trying to make sure I had every base covered, and that way, if something did go wrong, I was willing to accept it and say, hey, I gave it my best shot. You know, I didn't want to be that guy that, that let something slip through my grip where I could have stopped it from happening, So the whole week before, yeah,
What's he talking about?
yeah. I think he's talking about where me and Richard were talking about, strategies and different things we could do to keep the race going, um, at a speedy pace. And
Yeah.
we were talking about when you guys did no trailer and you sent them down, five, six, 8 pair at a time. And that really helped a lot, dude. I mean, I thought about it in my head and I just kind of pictured it where that road was long enough where I could go down, way past the finish line because there was no parking lot to park them in. I mean,
Yeah.
I had to park them on the same road, but luckily it was long enough to take them all the way down to the end, or not to the end, but I put my wheel on it. It was about 2,000 feet. Um, yeah, Rodney, I'm still talking. You should have charged your phone up. You could get your ass back on here.
Shit, he'd have to have somebody get him on here. He don't know how to do it.
I know, but yeah, man. I mean, all the help and all the different strategies that were put together, um, made this race happen, and made it happen so smoothly. Um, I had a lot of compliments on how fast we were able to get it done and all that, but it was a team effort, dude. I mean, I put the plays in the playbook for everybody, but it took everybody to make the plays to make it happen, bro. I mean, um, you know, so I mean, it was successful. I mean, and it was a little bumpy, Um, it was a reminder, to everybody that we are doing some illegal shit, and um, when the cops came, I ain't gonna lie, man, it broke my heart. I mean, it broke my heart, dude. I really wanted to finish the race at that spot, and I knew a lot of other people did, but that's just the way it goes, dude. I mean, um, and whenever the cops come, I didn't panic, like I wasn't freaking out. I had backup spots. I had a backup plan, and you know, I was just hoping that maybe we could talk to them and see if they would let us get some of the spectators out and see if they would let us stay and finish it. But with all this stuff going on with the stay at home orders and stuff, man, they just couldn't do it, dude. And a couple of them was actually being pretty cool, but there was a couple of others that were being, you know, being some being assholes. But some guys got some tickets, man. I apologize. I'm actually working on some things to try to help with that. But that's just the way it goes, man. I mean, it
We
gets
all know
ugly.
we all know what we sign up for.
That's right. I mean, it gets ugly sometimes, dude. I mean, we've been out there with some of the ugliest situations that there's ever been, but um, you know, I had a backup plan. We were down to 11 cars, which was okay. I mean, at least it didn't happen when there was 20 left, you
Yeah.
know. So I mean, I had 11 cars left, and we just had to do what we had to do to get it done, you know. But I'll tell you, it really hit me hard. I got hit with curveballs, man, through this whole deal. I mean, I was getting hit with curveballs left and right, and I was just trying to handle it every time the best I could. Um, when we got to the second meet spot, uh, some of the guys were still at the other spot getting tickets, and I just got people blowing my phone up, man, and I just had to do what I had to do, man. Just focus on just the guys that was left in, and so I got all those guys put in another group, and we just kind of regrouped. Uh, but I'll tell you, man, it hit me right in the gut when I got to the meat spot for the second spot, and all my spots were burned.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when it hit me because Richard asked me later on. He was like, "What was you thinking? Whenever the cops came?" I was like, "Man, I wasn't worried, you know." But whenever I got to the second meat spot, and my buddy calls, and he tells me that, hey, uh, that guy, he called all the surrounding counties and told all of them what we were doing. So cops are going to be everywhere. I mean, they know where the spots are. So right then, that's when it really hit me, dude. That's when I was sitting there going, "Fuck, what am I going to do?" You know, and because I had a spot picked out in different county everywhere had to move. We were going to go to a different county every time. So everything got burned all at once. So it was like, man, damn, you know. And I was thinking about other places we could go that wasn't too far. That shit wasn't going to work. There was already some kids at the other spots that morning that got ran off. Um, so I had to go to Plan F. You know,
We've
Plan
all
F,
got
man.
we've all got them wild them what is it? What's the word? The wild cards that we got. You got to have a wild card in your back pocket.
Yeah, I had to go to Plan F, and I really wasn't planning on using Plan F until it got late. Like I was wanting to wait till like late. Like we was gonna have to go to this spot at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? But it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So it was like I just said, man, if we're gonna do it, we got one shot. Let's just go for it. Everybody fuel up and let's hit the slab. And we had to drive an hour back to Memphis. But you know, even when we got there, dude, it was 200 people out there seemed like. And so we got there, and these guys are out there just got the place clogged up. We can't even get up there to the starting line, man. And a lot of them don't know that spot, that there's a you don't have to race at the front. There's another place in the back that we usually go to test at. But anyways, I was just trying to get through, man. John Michael was able to squeeze through there, but everybody else was just kind of sitting to the side looking at me, going, "Hey, what are we gonna do?" And I said, "Everybody get behind me. We're going through the middle." So, um, but we got up there, and I went to hollering at a couple of them guys, and I said, "Hey, man, we just need to get through. I just need to get this done, and then we'll get out of here." And shout out to those guys, man. I got their names here. Shout out to the last 11 guys, man, for hanging in there with me. Some of these guys don't hang in there. They'll just be like, screw it and go home. But these dudes hung in there. They followed my lead, and we finished it all together. Ryan Mitchell, Patrick with the white Corvette, Van Burgess, Rodney Harrison, Rank, Gary with the side chick, um, Bobby with Jeepers, um, Dennis, man, Dennis Hopkins, man. He's the one that had the Trans Am, um, the with the gold and black Firebird on it. Beautiful car, dude. I mean, beautiful car. And I believe this was his first cash days that he'd ever been in, and he did great, dude. To make it down that far, dude, on your first time out of 41 cars, man, you better not sell that car. I heard a rumor today you was gonna sell that car. You better not sell that car, man. That's a badass car, beautiful car, and it works good. Um, so shout out to Dennis, Brent Self, man. That dude hung in there with us. Adam, I felt bad because to I had to ask him to leave his motorhome somewhere. I was like, dude, you're gonna have to park that thing. And I felt bad because I thought they had to leave Adam behind, but he actually parked it and jumped in the truck with Brent, so he was still able to tag along. Um, But shout out to Brent Self and them, John Michael, man. Memphis 10 had a guy in there all the way to the end, dude. John Michael, he's a hell of a racer. And he's got a badass little Mustang, dude. So shout out to him and Logan, Logan in the gray Mustang. Shout out to him. So those guys hung in there with me. We went all the way to the back, and like I was saying earlier, we had barely enough room to get it done. And when I pulled up, Richard asked me, he's like, "Where's the starting line?" I said, "Right here," you know. And so we got it in, and dude, I was so nervous being there because Memphis is really hot right now. And so I just knew we were on borrowed time, dude. And so I was just cracking the whip on them. I was cracking the whip on these guys, man, and for them to not give me any shit and to respond and understand, dude, it was very respectful, man, and we got it in, um, and we got it done. And I didn't even want to do the money or the pictures, any of that stuff. Like I wanted everybody to just load up as soon as the final was over, and let's get the hell out of there. And I was just going off a gut feeling, And sure enough, man, as soon as we got out of there and was going around the curve, here they come, and they blocked everybody in behind us and wrote tickets. So we got out just in the nick of time, dude. I mean, like I said in the beginning of this live feed, everything that happened Saturday was God given. I'm telling you, it you couldn't ask for any other different way to be able to do it. I mean, you can. I mean, I would have liked to stay at the same spot, but you know what I mean. It was it was by the grace of God we got it in and got it done, and it just lets you know deep down inside that you're doing the right thing with your life, bro. Because people can say we're idiots and they can say we're being careless and we're part of the problem, but I know that when you're not living your life right, man, things never go right. Things don't go the way you plan it. And so whenever we're out there and we're doing what we do, and for things to go the way that they did, it just lets you know that you're doing the right thing with your life, man. And you're surrounded by people that are supposed to be in your life. And we're the race family that we have um, right now is special, man. You know what we're doing right now is special, man. So it's an honor. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was so happy for that dude. I mean, it's an honor to be involved with this group and to be up there competing on the level with all these other guys. Because this is what I've been envisioning for us to do for the last year or two. It's this is what I've been wanting. This is where I've been going. This is where my goal has been set. And after last weekend, I feel like we met that goal. And so now we can just enjoy it and just keep doing what we love to do and just, enjoy it that much more. But I was so happy for Rodney, dude. I'm telling you, man, that dude right there, he's went through some rounds and made it right there at the end to some finals before, and he just wasn't able to seal the deal. And for him to come out there on a virgin road that nobody's ever been on, uh, he was on a mission, bro. Man, he was on a mission. I could see it in his eyes when I looked at him and made sure he was ready to bump in. He was in the zone, bro. I mean, and that car, I mean, they had that thing on a string, dude. It was just going straight down, and he was able to just, you know, grab everything and just go. So I was happy for him, and it's something else people don't understand. Yeah, 41 cars later, bro. Yeah, and when it was all said and done, you know, I don't think Mississippi's seen a race like that before on the street. Um, I don't get caught up in all the records and stuff that's never been done before. I don't, that's not why I do this, man. you know what my purpose is all about. But it does feel good. I ain't gonna sit here and bullshit you. It does feel good because um, this is what uh I've been dreaming about. This is what I've been wanting to do. This is I think I finally found my calling, you know, and it makes me feel good that we got some of that good stuff from the Midwest back at home, because I kept telling everybody last year every time I come to the Midwest, man, y'all don't know what you're missing, dude, you know, because it's cutthroat down here. It's a grudge racers atmosphere, and you don't see a bunch of people. You like 3 years ago, you never seen that many people hugging each other on the starting line and celebrating and having fun. Like, it's usually like a bunch of hollering and clowning and people getting in their feelings. But when I come out there and I seen how you guys do it, I wanted to bring some of that stuff back home, you know. And whenever I was able to do that, like we did Saturday, it just, like I said earlier, it means the world to me. I know it means a lot to our group, and it means a lot to everyone that's in our area, because we needed some of that good stuff, you know, back at home. And it's here, it's finally here now. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. And, but I'm going to kind of take a little break, you know, I'm gonna take a little break after this one. I mean, we're still gonna come out and play. We're still gonna come out and play, and we're still gonna keep racing. But I think I'm gonna take a little break on doing another cash days for a while and just kind of let everything cool off a little bit. Hopefully, they can take these bans down and these damn stay-at-home orders. I think they said today they're releasing the stay-at-home orders, but we still gotta practice social distancing. So I don't know about how that's going to do for our top end of the track deal. I
Yeah, I
don't
was
know
going to
how
ask you
that's
about
going to go.
that. I was going to ask you
Yeah,
about that.
we're just it's up in the air right now. We still don't know. Um, so as soon as I know something, man, like as of right now, it's still on. But you know, yeah, 10 days and the bangs come down. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope all of them come down. I hope we can all just get back to you know, living our lives a normal way again. I know it's going to take some time to get over all this shit, but um,
I know here in Texas, they said that I think today, they're they're reopening, the, I don't know, I don't know what they're reopening. I haven't missed a day of work since it all happened. I mean, my old lady lost her job, but I mean, I've been working the whole time. But supposedly here they pretty much are kind of getting back to the working side of it, but
right,
minimum.
right, yeah, yeah. We just have to keep on keeping on, man. Yeah, everybody's ready, dude. Everybody's been asking me about it. I mean, that event's been growing, dude. Uh, oh, Greg Andrews, man, I seen him out there this weekend, and I ain't seen him in forever.
I ain't
He's
seen him
been
since
hiding.
Houston.
Yeah, it was good to see that dude, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen a lot of people this weekend I ain't seen in a while, man, and that's another thing that makes it special, dude. You see these people, man, and you have so much fun with them, man. And so when you go long periods of time and you don't get to see them, it's special times, man, that we have to spend with each other and make memories, man. You know, and a lot of people don't see it like that. They just see us out there doing dumb shit, but they don't understand the whole meaning behind all of it, you know.
that's what I always say.
Mm.
Thanks for the memories, man, because that's one thing. That's I've been doing this a long time, and I've got a lot of memories, and I can always, if something happens to me tomorrow, then I'll have the memories to take with me.
Right. That's right, man. That's what it's all about, I mean, just living life, you know. I've said it a bunch since this pandemic stuff started, I'm not going to live my life in fear, man. I'm gonna live it by faith, like I always have. You know, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna keep living. You know, and um, I'm not gonna be mad at somebody else if they want to. Yeah, small tire for life, Doc. That's right. That's right.
Hold on,
That
dog.
dude, man. I tell you what, I love that guy, man. You just can't not love that dude. Look at that. That's just so nasty. Oh man. He brings it he goes hard in the paint every time, bro. He don't care. You know, that's what I love about him, man. He don't care what size tire, what kind of surface. You know, he don't care, dude. He's gonna send it. He's gonna give it his all every time.
Here, let's watch that video again
Hell
that
yeah.
Zach made. Here we go. Oh man.
Man, gotta love that shit. Gotta love it.
Right when I was filming, I was filming it when he was doing his burnout, and I was like, I was watching, I hope I got that. I hope I got that. And then on the way back, I said, Heath, get on there. You can do this stuff on your phone.
Yeah.
Edit this thing out. You see all the hats flying in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, he caught me. He had never blowed my hat off. He got me. It was gonna happen at some point. But yeah, I got up and just rolled with it. I picked the hat up, man, and was just loving that shit, man. I'm telling you, when that dude takes off, you know, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. Love that sexy redhead, man. Any race I do, man, that dude's always going to get an invite just because of his attitude. You know, it ain't just because he's got a badass car. You know. Yeah, yeah. But it ain't just because he's got a badass car, dude. He's just a great guy all together. You know, and his attitude and him just being a straight up guy and being a badass racer is the reason why he'll always have an invite with me. You know.
Yeah.
So, and I've told him that. You know. So, um, but that's what it's all about, dude. You know, doing what we love to do, man. Meeting new people.
That's true too.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, dude. I'm proud of Doc because he ain't cleaned out no ditches in a while. He's
Yeah.
been doing pretty good.
Last time I
Yeah.
seen him get squirrely was up there in Tennessee at Dyersburg on the
Yeah.
big end. He just went off like he was wanting to go chase some deers or something, then off in the tree line, and
Yeah.
got him all shoot away, and he come back. All right, we're going back to the pits.
Right. Yeah. It's got to be really tore up for him not to drive it back.
Yeah.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try to come on out of there and drive it on back to the trailer. You know. But shout out to Brian Britt, man. What a save, dude. I mean, that just goes to show you, man. That's some good driving right there. When he had a hot tune up in it, he knew he was going to have it to hang with Ryan, and you can't blame him one bit for swinging for it, man. Because first round, fourth pair, I mean, you got to go for it. You'd rather, you know, from a racer's point of view, you would rather knock the tires off and swing for it than to underpower it and just have them run away from you. So uh, when I seen him break the tires loose, you know, you know, I seen him hang on to it, and he's a hell of a driver, man. And I really appreciate him being there. You know, he had a lot of stuff going on with his truck last minute. Like he was calling me, he was telling me, he's like, man, I'm waiting on some parts. I'm waiting on a couple fuel pumps to come in. He said it shouldn't be a problem. You know, I'm gonna get them on there tonight, and I'll be there. And so he was working on the truck like the night before, and he still showed up. So I appreciate him, man. You know, showing up, and I appreciate all them guys, man. I mean, I know a lot of them probably had different shit going on, and I told them, man, at the drivers' meeting, you know, I said it means a lot. Really means a lot for them to come down here, to a place they've never been before, and do something that big. Yeah, yeah, badass pictures, man. Stephanie did an awesome job, dude. Yeah, there's Dennis. There's that white Trans Am, dude. And I'm telling you, that's a beautiful car, man. telling you, that's. And somebody told me today he was putting everything up for sale. So Dennis, if you're watching this, don't sell everything else but that car, man. And
I like
cheapers.
that. I like that picture of the smoke rolling off the back tire like that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There was some badass burnouts for sure.
what do you say?
Yeah. Just off. You're going to be slow, be spectacular. Yeah. Yeah, man. He about blows my shirt off every time, dude. When he takes off, that's why I always wear a wife beater under my shirt so nobody sees my big old belly, man. Somebody like Rolly might get turned on or something.
Yeah, definitely, really, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you got any sponsors? I'm sure you. I'm
man.
sure you. I'm sure you might got them knocking down your doors now.
No, I don't have them knocking down the doors. I do have some, and when I say I mean we. As far as SSR, and Southern Street Racers go, man, we have a lot of people that support all the different guys in our group. Everybody kind of has their own resources. Everybody has their own people, but there are some of these guys that support all of us. Um, but I mean, we could use some, man. I mean, if somebody's watching this and they want to, reach out to me or anybody else in the team, man, and try to get involved in what we're doing, we're open to any kind of, any kind of opportunities that we might be able to get from different sponsors, man, that want to join up with us. I mean, we have two events that we do twice a year here in Jackson that are on the back end of the track that are starting to grow and they're starting to become real big. So, if there is some sponsors out there that would like to get involved and have any questions, man, feel free to hit us up, and if you want to get involved. But first and foremost, man, 660 Street, Richard, Maddie, Stephanie, Anthony, Dre, Eugene, uh, the whole crew, man, even our crew here, man, Cheyenne, Mondo, my wife, 660 Street, man, has always got our back no matter what. So first and foremost, appreciate them. BB&T Racing, Speed Shop here locally, they help us out with everything, fuel, nitrous, fittings, all that stuff. Rick Speed Shop, he helps a lot of the guys out down there with different stuff, parts, fuel, stuff like that. Um, Woody built, James Woody, man, the dude can fabricate anything. And he's a hell of a welder. He can build headers, roll cages, whatever, man, you name it. Um, Thomas Brothers Fabrication, them guys do it all. I mean, they do it all, man. Suspension work, rear end replacement, chassis work, all that stuff, man. Um, North Mississippi Steel Haulers, Rodney Harrison, Scott Moore, those guys support us a lot. SCS Performance Carburetors, Paul Jesenowski, man, the dude's awesome with carburetors, man. Every carb that he sent down here has been A1. I mean, we had to adjust the idle screws a little bit, but other than that, man, they rock out every time. Um, Cartwright Performance, Hoyt Cartwright, man, he's done so much for us over the years for transmissions. I mean, anytime we've needed any help, he's came through for us. Um, Doug Stafford, Mr. Herschel, them guys. Man, I tell you what, I appreciate that, young blood. That was a good reminder there. Them guys help us out a lot with all kinds of stuff. Mr. Herschel has, been doing a lot of chassis adjustments and helping us get some of these cars scaled out. So shout out to them. Um, shout out to Pimp Juice, Devil's Glue, and Skinnies, man. All of our guys use different traction compounds, so we support all of them. You know what I'm saying? We support each other. Um, support those that support you, man. PTC torque converters, appreciate those guys down there, Mr. Kenny Ford. Anytime I've called him, man, he's been over backwards for us to get torque converters ready. But last but not least, Scott Wood at Jackson Dragway. We're praying for your wife, man, hoping she has a speedy recovery. She just had heart surgery not too long ago. So we always appreciate Scott and his family and everything they do to support us. And the Battle Beyond 660 is becoming, a badass event. And he kind of went out on a limb and gave us the opportunity to do something cool out there. So shout out to him. So we're just waiting to see what the state of Tennessee is going to do. And we'll see what happens, man. I'll make an announcement as soon as I get the word. And, I'll make sure it gets posted up, as soon as I figure out what we're going to do. If we have to cancel it, if we have to cancel it, we'll just wait till the fall, and do the fall race. But, if we have to cancel it, man, we're still going to do something that weekend. We're still going to do something that weekend, bro. I mean, so, you know how that goes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, congrats on your milestone for your home state and bringing everybody together, man. I mean, it was a good weekend. Like I said, Heath and I think we've seen probably 75, 80 races this whole weekend, and I'm feeling it this weekend. First, Richard called me this morning at like 10, and he was like, "Man, what are you doing?" I said, "Working." He's like, "Man, you went into work, man. I'm still beat up. Blah blah." I'm like, "Man, I got bills to pay, you know."
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate everything you do too, Limpy, man. I've always looked up to you, man, and like I said, you guys, you guys brought me in, man, and made me feel like family, dude. And I appreciate everything I've learned from you guys, and
well,
I
you are
appreciate
family.
you. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all being my family and supporting me and backing me up. Yeah, shout out. Appreciate you, Heath. Thanks, man. Yeah. You know, yeah. I mean, I appreciate everything you guys have done. I mean, um, we've grown so much here just in the last year, man. Just just from hanging out with you guys and you guys having a positive influence on me. It's helped me get us to where we need to be, you know. But it's been a team effort. I'm surrounded by great people around here, so we're just gonna keep doing it, bro. We're just gonna keep living and keep enjoying this ride as long as we can, man.
All right. Well, we'll see you. I'm sure we'll talk. This week or whatever. I'm sure. But
Yeah, I'll
but
holler at you.
but congrats again, and
Appreciate it, bro. I
appreciate the
appreciate that.
invite.
Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. I'll keep in touch and I'll see you soon.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
All right. You too, bro.
All right.
Bye.
So before we go again, there you go. There it is right there. And of course, my son. Damn, I think he might have posed for that picture. I think he might have posed for it.
A few moments later.
That you had you could you do you want you could do so you could.
Man, Zach kills me with this stuff. How about Doc again? Oh man, that's some good stuff right there. Oh, congrats to the buggy. His win this weekend at the top end. Now, people, y'all just think it's the top end up there. It's the top end. That Little River, it's a top end. Like you just, it's undescribable. It's bad. It's bad, but it's I mean, it's plenty wide. It's just it's a tuner race. I mean, it's more likely you better, go down on motor and have the bottle just in case you do hook. And but congrats to him, Justin, and them guys. They got that little buggy working. It ain't the most horsepower thing in the world, but it works. Oh.
I don't see anything to connect. Check the device you'd like to use and make sure Bluetooth is turned on. To set up a new device, go to your Alexa app.
Oh boy, my Alexa's over here talking scared me for a second. I was like, "What the hell? Who's talking to me?" But I also like to thank Wheelie Mafia and Outlaw Dragway at Salasol. They're our sponsors. And if you go buy a shirt from WheelieMafia.com, you get put in a drawing for this beautiful Chevy pickup step side with the LS, Holly, all the whole 9 yards. It's nice. It's beautiful. The more shirts you buy, the more times your name gets put in the hat. The week before, they're going to draw 5 names out of a hat, or however they're going to draw it, and the 5 people are going to be at the 10-5 Till I Die race, which is behind me here, for June 27th, and they will have the drawing out there. Whoever wins it, they're taking truck home. So the more shirts you buy, the more times your name gets put in the hat. Well, not bad odds, if you buy 10 or 12 shirts, 10 or 12 times your name's in the hat there. But and you got to go to, where to go? WheelieMafia.com, and that's where you'll purchase your shirt. I think you got to purchase a shirt, hat, or something like that, and get your name in there. Like I said, this weekend kind of maybe because we ain't been doing it as bad as we did last year, but man, or it might have been the sun too. The sun, as you can tell, I got a little sun this weekend. The wife is hurting. She her lips were already big, but her lips are all swelled up. And, she's hurting bad, but it was man, it was an epic weekend for us. Big end guy and me and the wife. I worked all day Friday, and then we drove out to Mississippi Friday night and got about, I don't know, a couple hours sleep, and then woke up and did it all day Saturday, and then drove back to Texas Sunday morning. Got to Texas about 6 o'clock in the morning. They had that 31 car field out there, and man, it was a turn captioning off. I don't know how to turn caption off here. Let me try to turn caption off. Audio, no camera. General. I don't know how to do it, but anyway, WheelieMafia.com. Buy some shirts, win a truck. if your name is drawn. But we're gonna go to bed. I gotta go. I gotta work in the morning. 3 or 4 o'clock comes pretty early. So good night, and I don't know where we'll be this weekend. Might be in Kansas. They're doing a deal with the at the airstrip up there. You get with Jason Rank if y'all want that small tire stuff. So get with Rank, and he might be able to get you in there. So appreciate it, everybody. Epic weekend. Epic. Congrats to Matt. Congrats to Rodney and Hannibal. Congrats to Justin and the buggy. Good night.